Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a pro player review. This is Haru, the jungler for LCK team Hunway Life. This is a SHYVANA game from him. So, SHYVANA, you might think, like, what the hell, SHYVANA in the jungle? AP SHYVANA in the jungle sort of been like a thing that's always like been around. It's super like, I don't want to say cheesy, I don't like the word cheesy, but it's very like one-dimensional, and it's like jungling in a way that you like actually scale really, and you scale really well and do like insane amounts of damage with his AP ratios on his Dragon Form and E. So he goes 20 and 0 this game. This is the closest possible thing to an absolute solo carry game. I'm going to walk you through step by step how he does that. And also, so the first, and this is also something you can actually replicate in your games very, especially in like silver, gold, platinum, all up to diamond. Like you can replicate exactly what he does in this game in your games and like hard carry games. Like he actually they're down 8 kills by 11 minutes with 0 kills. And he still ends up going carrying because what he does is he farms very effectively. All you're really doing is farming till level 6 on SHYVANA. Knows he just concedes things when it's like, all right, nah, can't contest. See you later. Rift Scuttler, like he loses both Rift Scuttlers this game, but he still ends up going 20 and 0. So sort of going to show that you don't need like an insane early game. All right, let's jump into this here. Let's start with Haru's runes. So he's going Dark Harvest, Cheap Shot, Zombie Wall, Ravenous Hunter, Magical Footwork, Cosmic Insight. Dark Harvest is the best for SHYVANA because it helps her. Your E's are like even better, like Nidalee Spears. Like the range is super easy. This is the Dragon E's that I'm talking about. E's, I mean, her E's strong inherently, but the range isn't as big and doesn't do AoE damage like her Dragon Form E. Helps that get that extra burst damage. It goes for an execute. You can literally two-shot people. He two-shots people literally in this game. Cheap Shot because sudden impact doesn't really do much for her, and Cheap Shot just helps because you have CC in terms of your slow. So you hit the slow on them with your drag. Everything's based on your Dragon Form E. That's all you're doing. That's how you do your damage. You don't ever Q anyone. You're not walking up to people Wing. Like you obviously want to do that, but that's not your effectiveness. You go Zombie Ward here. I would recommend you go Eyeball Collection. Zombie Ward is just like a thing that like almost every like high elo Korean jungler goes because it's like really good for controlling river, but you're not gonna have to deal with wards that much as well. And like again, you're sort of gonna have to give up river a lot and give up objectives and stuff. So Zombie Ward doesn't really help you that much. But I do understand why he takes it in this game because I mean it's still a really good rune, but I'll recommend you go Eyeball Collection. Ravenous Hunter, just to get that heals from his ability damage, which is a lot, so Ravenous Hunter works well. You don't really need Relentless Hunter because, I mean, move speed's like okay, but Ravenous Hunter's just better in those fights for SHYVANA as your ability-dependent AP SHYVANA. And Magical Footwear, Cosmic Insight, CDR, because you're, again, super reliant on your abilities, and Magical Footwear because getting Runic Echoes, skipping boots, because you don't need to buy your first boots, and you can buy Runic Echoes straight away. That's a huge item spike for junglers, especially AP junglers. Runic Echoes, really, really good item. That's why we've seen a lot of AP junglers recently. And then he goes Attack Speed, Adaptive Force, and Armor. Attack Speed helps him with his jungle clear, even though you might say, well, you're not going to be auto-attacking people, Nathan. You're not going to be in melee range. You're going to be hitting people from range. That Attack Speed is purely just to help him with jungle speed, which is you want to be farming the jungle as much as possible. So let's jump into the game here. So he starts Hunter's Talisman, which really helps you do camps like Raptor camps really well, and he again doesn't really need Machete because he's just not going to be, doesn't need to be healthy to gank these. He's not going to be like speed farming, like getting red, blue, gromp, and like ganking. Like that's just not what you want to be doing on SHYVANA. You want to be like full clear in the jungle. So Hunter's Talisman is just better. Even though he doesn't use mana. It obviously helps with AoE and camps down, and also does give you some sort of health regeneration. Alright, so he starts red here. Move into blue buff. Alright, so he's actually not sort of doing like I think what he does here, why he wants to do this, he wants to try and deny it from Rek'Sai, just to make sure he secures the buff at least. So then Rek'Sai's not doing any fancier like invades here, because the thing with SHYVANA, she's very weak early, and junglers like a Rek'Sai or a Lee Sin or something, they can actually mess with you and, you know, start putting you far behind. So a win for SHYVANA, like if you get to pre-6 without dying once, if you get to level 6 without dying once, like as we see this game, even though the teams literally lost 8 kills in the first 11 minutes, you are in such a good position to carry this game, and that's what Haru does this game. All right, so Lucian warded here, which means this is really good. So this means that Rek'Sai is most likely gone bot side now. If he hasn't showed up to take this blue, Rek'Sai is bot side. So he will know that now, but it doesn't really matter. Like, this is just, in terms of jungle, like he's not going to want to counter gank or anything here. Just trying to power farm, making sure the enemy Rek'Sai is not taking his raptors. So Rek'Sai shows up for that. Like, there's nothing you can do here. He's like, Rek'Sai's just going to get kills in the early game. You just need to sort of just keep farming. Alright, so goes for Krugs now. Even though they're low health, notice he doesn't even bother like going on this. Like, he's just trying to farm. Like, because Rek'Sai's around here now, so you actually see him pop up. Like, there's no reason for him to gank this, even though the wave's in such a good, perfect position. Because Rek'Sai's here, he's just not going to be able to do anything. Like, again, SHYVANA's so weak, you can get kited so easily with Pike E's and Q's and stuff. Alright, so Rek'Sai shows up here, and this is what Rek'Sai wants to be doing, is shoving out the enemy SHYVANA, trying to kill her, but he has his bot lane here, Jin's full health here, so they're going to have to, Rek'Sai's going to have to back off here, which is, again, really, really good news for Haru SHYVANA. Alright, goes back to base, buys Stalker's Blade, 2 control wards, love it. You want to be using control wards defensively, again, just to help you protect your lanes, because you're not going to be ganking at all, and also just to, you know, make sure you're not getting like invaded and killed by the enemy jungler. He goes Stalker's Blade here, which is the only, you don't ever want to go red smite, because again, your idea of AP SHYVANA is to not be auto attacking melee ranging. You kill people with your Dragon Form E. So it's just super one-dimensional, but you go all in on that, and you do so much damage with it that it works. That's how it works. Alright, comes to clear mid, soaking up a bunch of experience. When you can take waves on SHYVANA, it's so good, because you want to, again, you're trying to scale up as much as possible. So, does let his Lucian take... Alright, he smites, he literally smites the cannon. I love that from him. Getting that gold. Alright, walking up here to top Rift Scarlet. Remember, he knows that this is up right now because Rek'Sai was bot. So he comes here just to check it, but Jace is TPing here, Rek'Sai's here, they have like priority, he needs to concede it. So look how disciplined Haru is. He's literally dodging, he's not even doing his gromp either as well, because he doesn't just want to risk it at all. Chucks a defensive ward here just in case, so then he knows he can do his gromp maybe after, or if they're potentially coming to kill him. It's just constant defensive vision, constant conceding. There's nothing he can do, he just wants to like AFK farm. There's just no way he wants to gank. Alright, does his gromp. Now he's going to walk down bot side, do raptors, and Krugs have respawned. So it's pretty low right now, so this is pretty like risky, but this is fine. He knows where Jace is. Rek'Sai was most likely probably top side right now, doing his Krugs or something like that, or looking to gank top. Smites the raptor camp. Another defensive ward. Look how defensive this is. Like, he's so scared of, he just wants to make sure Rek'Sai's not here. He wants to make sure he's not dying and getting camps. Like, not dying again is so important as AP SHYVANA. Well, actually pretty low there. Cuts his camps. Bases. Doesn't look for ganks. Well, there's just no way he can gank. He's too low. Lose Dragon, but concede Dragon. You're not going to be able to fight this Rek'Sai as AP SHYVANA early game. So he buys a Dark Seal. Gets another control ward. Goes bot for his red buff. Rek'Sai shows up here, so look at this as well. This ward's also helped him show on Rek'Sai. And Rek'Sai, like, let's say if this wasn't warded, Rek'Sai would have an advantage, but now Rek'Sai knows this is control warded. Rek'Sai can't kill this control ward in time because, you know, he's not going to be able to do it. And he can defend it well, so Rek'Sai just needs to back off because he has no vision of this. Haru knows Rek'Sai has no vision of this. He can get this, or just wait for Rek'Sai to back off, which he has. Alright, so yeah, Haru's done a very good job to minimize, like, this Rek'Sai's playing well, very well, to try and shut down this SHYVANA, but Haru knows that, and he's playing as defensively as possible. So you've got a sweeper, he switched up to red sweeper drink on that base as well. He's trying to help his team clear up the vision here. And hits that. Another, actually, so now he's switching his ward to more defensive, aggressive now. Just helping his laners as much as possible with vision, because again, he's not going to be looking to gank. Alright, level 6 now. The heat's going to be now turned on. So he's not doing that much damage yet, but as he starts to get more AP, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Alright, so Lucian dies. Haru unfortunately needs to burn flash. Probably really should have just not really looked for a fight there. Alright, enemy team's all chilling here. Haru goes and takes Rift Scalar, so he doesn't decide to do his jungle now. This is again an opportunity, and this is what I want your mindset to be as well. If you're picking up SHYVANA and playing this AP SHYVANA, take as much experience and gold as you can when you can. Like right now, Trinity is dead. He's not going to be getting this. Push this in to soak up the experience and gold, and also want to pressure the tower and make sure Rumble's looking to base. So they have no jungle right now to take. Decides just to take these minions. He's going to be level 7 now. Really going to start scaling up. So he gets 2 waves almost there, which is really good. Forces the Rumble to TP. Alright, and gets... So, through that pressure, he now can get Rift Herald as well, which is really good to deny that from Rek'Sai, which will actually give... Like, it's not the fact that he's going to get this to break objectives, which is a good thing for Rift Herald, but it's the fact that he's denying it from Rek'Sai, just for that breathing room. Like, if right now, if Rek'Sai gets this Rift Herald, it's really bad. I mean, again, look at the score right now, 0-7. They're like getting destroyed in this early game because Haru has done nothing to pressure, because that's not what he wants. He can't. He literally can't. Rek'Sai is just going to be able to do this against you. Alright, so he gives his blue to Lucian. Now looking to base, he's going to be able to buy Runic Echoes. Really good item spike. Now we're going to see him to start doing some serious damage. So Rek'Sai now kills Morgana. Again, look at the score. Take note. Remember, Haru goes 20-0. And look at this score. So this is, again, just how impactful SHYVANA is if you just constantly scale up to, carry the game. So another defensive pink, because he's so scared he can't walk into the jungle right now. Their enemy was all bot here. Pyke has full vision control of this. He needs to just sit back and just wait for an opportunity to maybe wait for the enemy team to overextend. So look how patiently he's playing here, waiting for the Pyke to potentially come and face check him. Comes for a flank here. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. Hitting people with your dragon as well is just like, gets a hit, dead. This is the Runic Echoes item spike that I'm talking about, and why Magical Footwear is so good that you can... you don't need to worry about brutes, so you actually save gold. Another kill. Look how easy that is. It's ridiculous damage. It's from range. You're very safe. Alright, so this is where Haru really starts to get rolling. And let's see. I mean, he's still 18 kills away from, they're still technically not in the best position. So takes bot now, helps Lucian push this out. Enemy team's all chilling top right now. Rek'Sai shows up here. This is an excellent opportunity to use Rift Herald and pressure bot. He knows where the enemy team all is. So they're committing to this tower. Enemy's still mid. They're trying to trade mid for this. They're going to get so many turret planes. This is so good. The fact that they can, break this tower. They break first tower. Oh, no, sorry, they don't have first tower. They break their first tower here, but they get 5 turret plates, which is, again, so good for Haru. How much gold? He has 2,200 gold from all that. So we're going to be able to get really good items. Doesn't even worry about doing drag because he just can't now. They got the dragon. Let's go top side. Again, look at this. He's just conceding dragon. Farm, farm, farm. Rek'Sai gets second dragon. He knows he's in such a good position to carry this game. He doesn't need to risk any, fights right now. Their bot lane is literally 0-7 to like 50 CS up like Aphelios and stuff. Alright, come in here, checking for wards. Waiting for Pyke to face check. And that's a dead Pyke. So he's reading Pyke really well. He knows that he's going to be looking to potentially come. Just waits patiently in the river. Comes out. He's like an AP assassin. That's like almost what SHYVANA is like right now. Alright, goes back to farming camps. Farm, farm, farm. Alright, he's bought Magi's now. Really going to start snowballing. So this is such a good item right now. Because if he starts, like, he can get to a point, if he gets another 3 kills without dying, like, this game's basically over. I mean, this is what happens. He goes 20-0 because this is such a snowball item, Magi's. So he needs to be very careful to not die. Just sit back, dead. Look at that here. So he just comes mid, to defend mid here. Morgana hits the Q on the Philios, Jin ults, and he's dead. So really good Morgana Q there. Haru helps to clear out mid. Get some more defensive. This is a really good defensive ward position because it's actually very difficult for the enemy team to come and walk to get this. So this is what semi-aggressive but sort of defensive. This is super defensive, which again his mindset is they've lost mid tower right now. They're not going to have any priority mid lane, so he's going to ward that because defensive because there's actually nothing aggressive they can do because mid tower is broken. And mid tower, this is why I say a lot of my videos, mid tower is the most important tower to break in the game because it gives you so much pressure, and Haru knows that, so he's playing accordingly, going to place that defensive pink ward, and knows that there's nothing he can do, just needs to keep farming and hopefully wait for the enemy team to make mistakes. Like they're still like 5k gold down at this stage, 4k gold down, so you know they're still in really good position. Their bot lane's literally 0 and 8. Alright, so coming out mid to soak up some more experience and gold, push this in, make the enemy team react. Like he's constantly making the enemy team react to things. He's never forcing fights. He's only doing 2 things at the moment. This last 15 minutes he's only done 3 things. Farmed, looked for picks of the enemy team walking in, face checking him, and pushed in waves and stolen experience and gold from his team to carry. Like, that's literally as simple as it is this game, what he's done so far, and he's 4-0 with 10 stacks of Magi's. And, you know, remember, this is a high, like, Korean Challenger / Grandmaster game. Like, these aren't pushover players at all. Alright, clears his wolves, looking to maybe help top. Rift Herald is up now. Sees the Rek'Sai on this, but Rek'Sai does take this. He gets greedy for it, and he's just going to do so much damage. That's a dead Rek'Sai. Alright, 14 stacks of Magi's now. Doesn't have Rift Herald. Watch this E. Look at this E right here. Look at that damage. This is why she's so strong in skirmishes and stuff. So now he knows he can put the pressure on. Throws an E as well. Burns the Rumble Flash from throwing that E. E, flash, Q. 20 stacks of Magi's. So this is where it's literally out of control. He's going to be doing so much damage here. He's going to get top tower off this. Base in 22 stacks of Magi's. He's going to base in probably by Nash's Tooth right here, which is another core item on SHYVANA. So gets his Nash's Tooth, gets amped home. Dragon is spawning, so they're actually at a point where he actually no longer has to concede dragons anymore because he's so much stronger. He's going to outscale this Rek'Sai so hard that they're just going to be able to actually win fights. If Haru survives in fights and can keep throwing off E's, literally can't lose a fight because it just does so much damage. Like, SHYVANA solves problems in her game by doing the most damage like possible. Like, again, an Dragon E just scales so much, so well. Here comes the Dragon form, here comes the E's. That's 2 dead players on the enemy team. Alright, they actually need to back off now. Notice how he's not just walking in like ridiculously right now. He knows he's waiting for his E cooldowns. He's waiting for his W, he's waiting for his E. There's no reason he can't walk up. Like this is how one-dimensional this champion is. He can only like throw E's in these fights. Gets another E. Rumble's actually surprisingly pretty tanky there. E, look at that E. Like, this is such a good comp as well for SHYVANA. They have Jin, Morgana, and like this is actually a really good front to back, play patiently game. Doesn't have Dragon form anymore though. That's a normal E. Like, that Rek'Sai probably potential to die with a Dark Harvest procced Dragon E. And there's their first dragon. Alright, they're sort of leveling out the gold now. Haru now has 25 stacks of Magi's. Gets a nice little normal E on Pike, gets the kill. It's ridiculous damage. Comes here, keeps farming. Alright, Jace is here. Haru's trying to try and potentially kill him. Alright, pops his dragon form. He's on the hunt, searching for Jace. Could have potentially recalled, but he actually finds him here. Really good damage from E, but he actually knocks back him pretty well there, so he's actually gone. Alright, goes to base. How much gold does he have? He has 1600 gold. Actually wants to stick around and clear Krugs. Alright, so I really like the decision for him to clear Krugs here, because now top side camps is the objective, and Baron's actually starting to come up. So you don't want to be bot side at all, so he wants to come here, clear this, because he's not going to be bot side for a good period of time, so he's just trying to be efficient, try and get experience and gold. Alright, so a bit of a fight breaking out here, but he doesn't have dragon form yet. So he just decides to back off. Finds a wild Rek'Sai here and comes to defend mid. So they're pushing mid now with their Intin bot lane is dead, so comes here to defend this. He does have dragon form now, which means he can defend this super easily. They're just going to be able to get probably the tower potentially. Look at that, another E. And literally just fending off so many people with his E's. Like, it's just so threatening, this SHYVANA with 25 stacks of Magi. Like, how much he has? 379 AP at 20 minutes. Alright, so they've pushed out. He knows the enemy team's pretty low now, so he's pushing them out. Trinity is pressuring top, so this is safe to go and potentially counter jungle. Uses the Scrying Bloom plant to check here. So he actually doesn't have dragon form now. You always need to be cautious playing AP SHYVANA. When you don't have dragon form, you're significantly weaker. So you do need to really pick your fights smart with dragon form. That's why you want to keep clearing camps and hitting auto attack. Auto attacks help you get dragon form faster. So constantly be using, you know, your auto attacks and clear your jungle to obviously get your SHYVANA form as fast as possible. So Morgana uses ult, forces the enemy team out. Haru counter jungles. Helps push in mid here. Already got his dragon form now. Alright, looking to potentially siege. Like, again, this is a really actually good siege comp. He's really lucky he's got a Jhin and a Morgana in this game. Maybe that's actually why Haru literally just picked it, because this is actually a pretty terrifying comp. Dragon form. E, dead. Another kill. So he's just picking up kills like nothing at this stage. So Mumble's dead now. They're safe to siege. Literally gets like 30% health on that. Flash E. That's literally a 2-shot on the enemy ADC. Continue the siege. Throws another E. Like, I just want to keep showing you this E damage. This is just how one-dimensional. This is all you need to do, is just keep throwing E's. So he throws E's, kills that Aphelios. Look at this guy's health. This Pyke. Look at his health now. And yeah, that Jhin SHYVANA combo is really, really good. Alright. So he has 3,200 gold now. 3 levels ahead of the enemy Rek'Sai. Goes back to base. Probably going to buy a death cap straight out. Buys a straight up death cap. Just keeps his amp tone. Doesn't have any control wards, but you know, it's fine. He's going to solve all his damage in this game from insane amounts of damage. Takes his red buff. Alright, he's doing the same thing here. There's nothing else for him to do here. He's going to sit here and wait for Pyke to... Because Dragon's like a core objective here. He's just waiting patiently for someone to potentially like walk in here. Any wrong move the enemy team makes, like, they die. And this Pyke's literally going to do that. Dead. Doesn't even... I don't even think he E'd. Like, I want to show you the damage on his dragon form. Like, hitting your dragon. Like, this is literally just Runic Echoes, Dark Harvest, dead. Doesn't even E. Alright, so they get 2 kills, and your Rek'Sai and everything's dead here. We have 2 objectives we can take, either Baron or Rift Herald. I mean, Dragon or Rift, I mean, Baron. Takes the Dragon. This is now their second Dragon. I like that decision. Trying to kill this overextended Jace. I don't know what he's doing there. Alright, bases. Buys Oblivion Orb. Still sitting on his 25 stacks of Magi's. Baron is the next objective here, but his top camps are also up, so he's coming to clear these on spawn. Goes to defend top here. Alright, he actually might need to be careful here. He could be getting 3-man dived here. They were trying to kill his stacks. But Lucian's actually doing a pretty good job here. Rumble TPs. Gets 1 shot by Haru. Lucian comes up here, and one more E. Look at that damage, dead. That's literally 60%, so 65% health he's doing there. Alright, on Baron now. 3 of the enemy team are dead. Rek'Sai is alive, so there is potential he could try and steal. I mean, it is 2 for 3. Yeah, Baron's too slow right now. They're just going to back off. Really good binds from Morgana here, and they get the kill on the enemy Jace. He comes here, decides to go help Jhin push this out, hover him, and take enemy Raptors. Normal E's are still doing ridiculous amounts of damage. So he has his Dragon Form up again. Enemy Rek'Sai is trying to go on this, but he's probably just going to die. I mean, look at the... Wait, how does that even hit? This is the hitbox on the E. It's ridiculous. So Rek'Sai jumps in here. Look at that E. Is that the E that kills him? I don't even know. That's an odd hitbox, but the hitbox is really big. On SHYVANA's E, which is again, so gets another 2 kills. So Rek'Sai's dead, Jace is dead, Pyke's dead. Let's take Baron. Pretty free Baron, and then we should be able to close this out pretty easily. So 16-0 at this stage. He has Smite for this. Rumble almost kills Haru, but not enough damage for him. Wants to clear his camps before he bases. Bases, gonna buy his Morello, so he's literally full build now. Does he have enough for a potion? Oh, yeah, and he's got a potion, so he's literally max AP, max damage build right now. 914 AP at 27 minutes. Wow. Alright, comes to Jace, overextending bot here. He's going to be able to kill him pretty easily. Oh, literally dies by literally just the after damage from E. Oh, that was the W, sorry. W range is increased. The enemy team's actually doing a pretty... Trinity is doing a really good job to push the inhibitor here. Jace is dead. Probably just going to look to siege. So he's hitting camps. He's just trying to get his dragon form as soon as possible again. Trinity is wasting a lot of their time. So they decide to siege mid with Baron. Alright, and there we go. This is pretty much the game. Dragon form up again. Oh wow, dragon form camping them in the base is going to be insane. Look at that damage. You can literally kill these guys in base with E. This is ridiculous. Alright, that's GG. So finishes again 20-0, and I think 7 is his final score. 20-0-8. So really good game from Haru. This is how you want to be playing SHYVANA. SHYVANA's like very, very easy champion to climb with if you use this strategy, but I recommend like really like not getting too like addicted to this like type of playstyle, because this is not like proper jungling and it can get punished very easily, especially when you climb to high elos, and it's just like it gets you into a pretty bad mindset where you're not helping the team and you're actually not looking at lanes. You don't need to look at lanes anymore. You're just power farming, you're just conceding everything. It's sort of like a very yeah, again, I don't want to say cheesy, but it's a very selfish play style, which jungling isn't really, you know, and its crux. Like, it's very good in solo queue, this, but does not work in competitive. So, you can check out my full notes from this review over my blog, nathanmott.gg, as well as Haru's runes, skill order, and item build. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.